starting us off?
We're going to be bringing you an episode talking about recycling, ways to get involved, and what people around the world are doing to be involved. And it's super exciting. I love this subject because I just like how innovative people can get.
Yes! Okay, so did you know that on average, each person generates 4.38 pounds of waste per day? If all that waste goes to the trash, multiply it by 7.125 billion people and counting on Earth. That's 31.2 billion pounds of waste in landfills every single day. That's crazy.
The world's population today numbering in 5.5 billion people, and it's said to reach 12 billion by the end of the century. That's a lot. Since the invention of plastic has been made from oil, it's overwhelming landfills.
The research chemist in private and government laboratories redoubled his study of our most promising man-made replacement, plastic.
So it starts filling up the oceans with toxic waste, killing and harming marine life and ourselves, which we'll get into. But with
the cute little turtle
population growth, we have to overcompensate and atone for the damage that we've created to the planet that nourishes us and that we live on. The number one reason why people don't recycle is because it's just inconvenient.
That's not a good enough reason, guys. Let's step it up.
A lot of nachos here. But what happens if we don't start making it a priority?
By not reducing, reusing, and recycling, we are destroying natural habitats faster than they can regrow. We need to remember, we only have one Earth. It's not like we can just all get on a spaceship and leave.
The first consequences from not recycling would be, of course, pollution. There are many types of pollution, and a good example would be pollution in the ground. We can leak chemicals into the soil from factories, which ends up in our water and our food. This causes cancer. Air pollution from your car can cause bad weather. Hurricanes to happen. It's part of why we have global warming. Plastic particles from water bottles can pollute the water, ending up in the fish that we eat, as well as the BPA. It soaks into the water, and so you're eating the fish that have been in water soaked with BPA. And that's part of the reason why we should recycle. Also, the effects of the ecosystem are highly affected by it. So if we continue the path that we're on, we might not have an Earth, which is kind of scary. Making little recycling efforts helps substantially in keeping a healthy planet. So let's take a look at what countries are doing to get involved in recycling. Oh, and that's still me. Great. So this is really cool. It's really difficult to separate all the metals that make up a car. Belgium has created their state-of-the-art post-shredder technology, mechanical separation techniques, making what was once difficult to separate raw materials reusable.
That's really awesome. So known for their passion for recycling, Sweden goes one step further than anyone else, powering 250,000 homes with burnt up waste.
What?
The city's garbage is used to create heat and electricity, but they've recently found themselves in a little bit of a pickle. They've run out of garbage. I read online that they've actually tried to import garbage from other countries because they used it all. Is that not amazing?
That is so cool. Some places like Rama are starting to charge people for not recycling. So you get a bill for not recycling your plastic waste. Some places won't even pick up your trash if they see even a can or one item that needs to be recycled.
Vancouver has just launched a pilot program to recycle cigarette butts. Once collected, they will be recycled into different products. This is a huge deal, as cigarettes are one of the most littered items in the world. And I've seen them in parks, I've seen them in stores, in
turn out the
parking
window
lots.
while you're driving.
So it's awesome that something that's negative and bad for you can be reduced in a way. So, maybe even one day in the future we won't even have to deal with them. So that's awesome.
Side noting, it's always good to take your cigarette butts and put them in a little container instead of tossing them out the window.
Definitely. Yeah.
Indonesia is using plastic to pay for bus rides. One ticket costs 10 cups or 5 bottles, which I find just a fascinating thing because we all have to get around. So this, send your people in your city to pick up the trash themselves.
I wonder if it's going to get hard to even find plastic now.
I hope so. Founded in 1989, No Waste is a Canadian company that recycles diapers and absorbent hygiene products. They've developed a way to strip down their plastic and fiber, making construction materials, pet litter, and cardboard industrial tubing. Who wants that job? Work at a beauty salon or own a furry pet. Instead of tossing hair into the trash, donate it to the Matter of Trust, using unwanted hair to make oil-absorbing mats, to clean up oil spills, and more. You can also, if you just want to take, grow your hair out for a while, donate it to a cancer foundation.
Definitely a great idea. Oh my god. They appreciate that so much. To keep old art tools from clogging landfills, a Northern California-based nonprofit called the Crayon Initiative collects unwanted crayons from restaurants and schools and melts them down to make fresh ones. Then they donate the repurposed goods to children's hospitals. Is that not amazing?
So amazing.
A lot of times these kids are on their tablets, on their phones, or they don't even pay attention to that. Use them that one time and then they leave them. It's crazy to think that they just throw away those crayons. So this initiative is super awesome because it's gonna repurpose those things and just not cause as much waste and give it to people who will actually enjoy them.